fighting for our health care and wage increases, and they're trying to combine our workloads with other classifications.
What kind of work do you do? What kind of work do you do?
So I work at the Westin St. Francis, and I'm a lounge attendant.
And they're making a lot of money, these hotels.
They are making a lot of money.
And they want to take away your health care benefits?
They want to lower our health care to something a lot worse, something that some of us can't afford. Like me, I'm a diabetic, and I'm on insulin. And if I didn't have this medical insurance I have currently, my insulin would cost a lot.
JP Morgan is going to be having a conference here of these companies. What's that all about?
Yeah, they want to have their conference here, but we're hoping they'll change their mind and they'll make the hotel sign.
You think people are angry about the healthcare situation in this country?
I would think so, yeah.
You're pretty unhappy.
Yeah. It's an unfair thing, but that's what our country is.
And what kind of salt is capitalism? Yeah. And they want more profits.
Yeah.
Is that what this strike is about?
Yeah, we're trying to get them to pay us what we deserve and treat us right.
My name is A. Fong Lam. I work for Westin St. Francis for 13 years.
And how long have you been on strike?
It's been a long time. It's over 70 some days. It's a long time.
And one of the issues I understand is health care.
Yes.
What is that about, and how is that connected to what's going on nationally?
The thing is that the health care that what we have right now, the hotel is trying to take back the hotel try to take back our Medi-Cal for previous right now. They try to take back our Medi-Cal. So of course we don't want to give up our Medi-Cal, because Medi-Cal is very important for every family members. We're very hopefully the Medi-Cal is everybody's fighting for the Medi-Cal. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's been difficult on the picket line. What is it like being on the picket line? Because there are big conventions coming in here. What should people do?
We are very tight together, and then we are strong, and then just like what we always say, one day longer, the union is getting stronger. So we are very together, and then united together, and then hopefully they will sign the contract soon.
And you were working here. They laid off a lot of workers during COVID. What was that like working during COVID?
Yes, they tried to cut some of the worker after the pandemic. Just like an example, like they used to have 10 people working for one position or some position, and then they tried to cut back to be like cutting some employees to, instead of 10 people, they tried to cut down to 8 people to work as 10 people's job. So they try to cut back people, a lot of positions, just like housemen and everything.
How has that affected people?
So then the people like at the followed by seniority, so they wouldn't have work, so they have to stay home and with no job, and then no insurance or no medicals, no benefit at all. So they have to stay home. So if they cut back a lot of employee, so they won't have enough hour to cover their medical.
Okay, thank you. So what can people who do want to support you?
We hopefully everybody can understand us more, because we are just fighting for our rights, and we know we are very annoying, or a lot of people might not understand, but we hope everybody can just give a little patience with us, and hopefully we will sign the contract soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What kind of work do you do?
Oh, I'm a housekeeper.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. My name's Melissa Newman.
And what kind of work do you do, Melissa?
I work in food and beverage. More specifically, I'm a host at the breakfast buffet at the Hilton, Union Square.
And the issue of healthcare is important for Americans. People are very angry. Is this connected with the whole general situation of healthcare in this country?
Yes. I can tell you, when I started there 18 years ago, the opportunity to have healthcare for myself and my husband was the primary reason that I chose a job at the Hilton, and chose to stay for at least 20 years for full pension and benefits. We've worked very hard, we've marched, we've unified. It's not like this in other countries, and we can't let it go.
And there's going to be a conference here next month of JP Morgan. What's that all about?
Correct. Every year at this time, JP Morgan comes to San Francisco. We look forward and welcome them. And this year, it has a bit of a different effect as this is a healthcare conference, and this is the whole reason we are out here doing this today.
So it's for more profit. They want to make more profit.
Of course. As they say, it's the American way, and it really shouldn't be, but it is the reality that we're in, and we're not okay just letting it lie like
So
that.
are you asking them to cancel their press conference or their conference until?
It's too late. Ideally, that would have been something the union would support. We don't want them crossing picket lines, but they are brazenly going to do that because we're not their priority. So
That's why people in this country are so angry. They feel that they're getting shortchanged.
so many reasons, especially post-COVID, absolutely.
And what happened at your hotel during COVID? Were you taken care of, or?
We were only taken care of for a few months, and then the union stepped in for almost a year and paid everyone's health care.
If you didn't have a union,
We would have been on our own at the mercy of Covered California or whatever we could, have available to us.
and how is the solidarity among members? 81 days you've been on strike here?
I think the attitude that union members have is amazing. Just one more day. It's kind of one day at a time. But this is a significant period to be out of work and to try to keep a good, positive, strong mental state.
What can people do who want to support your strike?
Well, first of all, not cross any picket lines. And secondly, share the word. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your bosses, tell small businesses and large. Get the word out and tell people why, because healthcare is important to every single person in this country.
And they're big companies that you work for, giant companies. Apparently they're making big profits.
Well, especially at the top, they're making enormous profits. And we have also put it out there in negotiations. If you want to make that part of our income, as opposed to not giving us raises, but when business gets good, give us a portion of the profits, we've been open to discuss that. And that is not a favored idea, apparently. So
how long are you prepared to stay out?
as long as it takes, literally. And it's the holidays, so more power to everybody here and everyone supporting us.
You guys are great. Yeah, KPO. Yeah. I remember from 2018, you guys. My name is Nicholas Javier. I'm a server at the Westin St. Francis for the last 10 years. We're out here on strike day number 81. We're out here striking for out here in the streets, taking this action regarding healthcare, because our affordable and accessible healthcare is a fundamental part of our lives and something that we're not willing to let go of.
And they want you to go into their plan, their own hotel's plan?
Yeah.
You're worried about that?
Yes, I'm very worried of the proposal, the even idea to go into the company's healthcare plan, because the company, the only thing that they care about is the market. The only thing they care about is their profit. And so when their profits go down and when the markets go down, our services get cut. And that's not just services that they provide at the hotel, but services in our healthcare. And I can't afford those changes.
And it seems like there's a rage in this country against these healthcare companies, United Healthcare, that they're trying to rip off people. Do you think that there's growing anger in this country about what the situation is at healthcare?
Well, I'm sure. I don't know what to even think about all the way that worked out, what ended up happening there. That's all really kind of wild stuff. But I think it is important. It is important the way that people feel about being able to take care of themselves and having affordable and accessible means to do so. And healthcare is one of those things. And it's one of those things that touches our lives in so many different ways. We all feel so many different ways about it. And so when the companies want to come and when they want to threaten that, when it's good quality and it's accessible, we're fighting for our families. What else are we supposed to do? Except for go into the streets and let them know that we don't want to go backwards on any of this. We can't. If we have high standards, why would you go backwards on high standards? That's not what we're going to do.
Why you on strike?
Contract. We need contract, we need insurance for my kids. That's really important. We fight. That's why we're here, right?
And what hotel do you work at?
We work at Palace Hotel.
How long have you worked there?
We have worked in the kitchen 3 months ago. I'm new there. That's why we fight.
Here to support local too.
And are you a union member?
I am married to one of the union members. Yeah, so
What is this issue about health care? What does that mean to you?
that means that if they take away the health care of my wife, then I don't have health care, and that's a benefit that they've had forever. So there's no reason to take it away.
It seems like there's one strike after another. Health care is a major issue for all these strikes.
Yeah, well, it's the main thing in the news right now, health care, right? Because America is kind of getting screwed, and we all know it.
You know what the problem is about the outward benefit, and we started to get outward benefit. Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Teo.
What kind of work do you do?
I work in housekeeping.
Which hotel?
San Francisco Hotel.
Big hotel. They're making a lot of money.
It's a beautiful hotel, but you know, we fight for this until we get what we want.
Amy Grayschlink. I'm here supporting. I'm a member of another union.
What union?
I'm in the Plumbers Union, Local 38 here in San Francisco.
What is the issue for you in this strike?
This is an attack on all of us. When people go out on strike, I'm a city worker. This tells my coworkers we can all go out on strike. If we shut the system down, we get what we need. It's becoming that simple.
And the issue of health care, there was a murder of an executive. People are angry in this country. Why is it that people can't get health care in this country?
It's profit, profit, profit. As long as there's private property and profit, it's obvious. It's becoming so stark to all of us except for that thin little 1% ruling class. Everything's profit. I work at the water department. They give water department jobs little by little out to private companies. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for you as a ratepayer. That's for them. That's for them to make a buck.
And we have a new mayor, Lori, who's a billionaire privatizer. You think he wants to get rid of city workers?
Yeah, I think he would love it, and he's in for a hell of a fight.
Oh, my name is Tina Liu.
And how long have you worked here in the hotel industry?
20 years.
It seems like every strike they want to take away health care. Is that the case?
Yes. Yeah, because the company wants to take our health care away, so we fighting for that.
And what does that mean to you, health care, the union plan?
Like just like we say, like everything, like cover family. So yeah.
And the hotel seems to be making a lot of money, though. They're still making money. The hotel.
Yes.
How long are you prepared to stay out?
How long? So as long as it takes. Yeah.
And is there
we never give up. We never give up.
And the union healthcare plan, they want to go to another plan, the hotels plan?
So we are not agree there. Yeah, the union.
And it seems like there are a lot of people in this country who are angry about the healthcare companies. Is that true?
Yeah, because they propose like a very bad contract. So like one us go back like 10 years ago the contract.
You're not going back.
Yeah, we are not going back. So we will never give up, and then we're fighting for that. So hopefully the company can sign the fair contract as soon as possible.
And is your family supporting you?
Yes.
They're worried too about their health care?
We just care because the health care is really, really important for us.
My name is Sebastian. I work at the Hilton for 17 years.
And what are the issues?
I mean, the issues is the pension, the health care. They want to cut, they want us to pay for it. And I think we don't make enough money to pay $600 or whatever it is. So right now it's like the whole hotels and everything, the health benefits.
These companies are coming next month. JP Morgan?
They're still coming. So they work on the health issues there, but they don't care about anything. They just, that's American issue, just money, money, money. They don't care about the human life.
How many years have you worked?
17.
What kind of work do you do?
And a server. Yeah, and a server, a restaurant server, not banquet. I believe the union is very strong. But, it's hard to have a life to work when the bosses say don't care about you. Yeah, that's tough.
Hi everybody, how you doing? Alright, okay. So, my name is Lizzie Tapia, I'm the president of Local 2, and today is day 81 of our strike. So this fight is about about a lot of things, right? It's about the cost of living. It's about how the bosses have taken advantage of the pandemic. But probably most importantly, it's about healthcare, right? It's about securing our medical benefits. So we're going to hear from a couple speakers today, and then like Kevin said, we're going to get on the way and we're going to march, and we're going to take this fight to the St. Francis, which is a Marriott hotel, and we're going to show Marriott that we're not going anywhere. Is that right? All right. Okay, so I want to bring up Tina from the St. Francis. She's going to say a few words about what are we fighting for here.
Hi, good evening everyone. So my name is Tina Liu. So I'm working at the Westin San Francisco Hotel for 20 years as a housekeeping room attendant. So I'm on strike to protect my health care. So about 11 years ago, so I have a big surgery in UCSF. So I'm so scared and nervous. But I have a good health insurance to I don't need to pay like for that, and I never got a big bill, so I could take good care of myself, and I'm okay now. So the healthcare is not just only important for me. Even my husband go to check out, and sometimes he go to emergency room. So my healthcare so cover him. Right today, like is the day 81 of our strike. So we are strong, and then we will strive for as long as it takes to keep our health care. It's time for the hotel to sign the contract. So the contract is the first issue, so we need a fair contract. We are not going back.
All right, thank you, Tina. We have some guests here, not just from Local 2, but we have a lot of allies in our movement, right? We have a lot of community support out here, labor support. So I want to bring up from Kaiser San Francisco, Mary Jo.
50 years ago, my husband took a job as a busboy about a block from here at 3rd and Mission. This made me happy because though I was a nurse, I didn't have a benefited job, and his job provided for our 2 children. Our family grew to 5 while he worked that job. Eventually, our family grew to 7. Sadly, today's an anniversary, a sad anniversary of my family. I lost my son Thomas 11 months ago today from a deadly brain cancer. But the consoling and helpful thing is that his medical care was provided by his wife, Gloria, who works for Local 2. I'm very passionate about health care for workers. We must stand firm. California Nurses Association backs you.
The nurses are part of a coalition, right, of unions that have been a part of our fight here and been showing up for us every step of the way here. So our labor council here in San Francisco is very strong. And I want to bring up Kim Tavoloni, who can talk about how our labor council is behind us in this fight.
How is Local 2 doing today? I'm going to keep this very short. The Labor Council stands firmly behind each and every one of you. We represent 100,000 families in San Francisco. And we are also telling everybody your story and how you deserve health care for the work you do every day, and how dare the Hotel Council and the hotel owners try to take away your health care. The #1 reason for bankruptcy by workers in this country is health care, and that should not be in one of the richest countries in the world. Workers should never have to worry about paying health care bills. That's what this fight is about. You and your family deserve this health insurance, and we will do everything we can to make sure that you don't lose it, and we're going to fight back against the profiteering at the hospitals, the profiteering in the medical community, and the profiteering by the hotels. Because we know when they take away your dollars, it's going in the greedy CEO's pockets. So we know when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Thank you.
Every few years, it seems like we're having to educate a whole new generation of bosses about the mistake that they're making if they think they're going to take away our benefits. It seems like we're constantly having to do that, right? They've tried in 2004 to take away our medical. They tried again in 2009. And now in 2018 they tried, and here we are in 2024. They never got away with it before. And are we going to let them get away with it now? Or not? This is the kind of shit that the bosses put on the table that really pisses me off. It's not just about the greedy hotel CEOs, as Kim talked about, right? It's not just about the greedy hotel CEOs that we deal with. It's also about the greedy healthcare bosses that are collecting the money that we fight for on the streets that they then take, right? It's not just about our bosses, it's about the healthcare bosses. And just a few weeks from now, the giant Wall Street bank, JP Morgan, will be bringing thousands of people, corporate executives, to this city to talk about how they're going to make more money and more profit at our expense. And if you think about that, right, if you think about what that means, while we are on the street fighting to make sure that we win enough money to maintain our families' medical benefits, these healthcare bosses will come to this city and cross our picket lines so that they can continue taking money right out of our pockets. Are we gonna let them do that? No! We're not gonna stand for that. Healthcare is not like a piece of jewelry or a fancy vacation. Healthcare is not a luxury. Healthcare is something that no one should have to go without, that no family member should have to do without. So we have a message for the corporate executives, whether they own hotel chains or drug companies or insurance plans. We have a message for all the executives. As long as this country has a system where the quality of healthcare depends on the kind of job you have, our union is gonna make them pay. So no Local 2 member risks bankruptcy, like Kim mentioned, to get the care that they need. So Marriott, we're gonna make them pay. And Hyatt, we're gonna make them pay. And Hilton too, we're gonna make them pay. And it doesn't stop there. We're gonna continue to fight these healthcare profiteers too, because they make their living by holding our benefits hostage. That's not okay, and we're not gonna let that go on. So the message to JP Morgan and all these other healthcare investors should be on notice. They're not welcome to keep stealing from us. They're not welcome to cross our picket lines. They're not welcome in San Francisco. Is that right? Right. I'm gonna bring on and up.
How's everybody doing? You look really good, Local 2. You look really good. You look as good on day 81 as you looked on day 1 of this strike. And Lizzie wanted me to give an update on negotiations. Well, that's a very short update, folks. That's a very short update because here's what's going on. We started these negotiations by issuing a challenge to the hotel industry. We told Marriott and Hilton and Hyatt, it's time to step up. Time to step up. Deliver a contract that does right by your employees, some of whom have provided excellent service to your companies and to your guests for decades. Step up, do the right thing. And from day 1, and for every day since, they have failed to step up to that challenge. So here we are. They believed at the start of these negotiations that this was their year. This was the year that they would break us on healthcare. This was the year they would get us to gut our benefits, to roll back our standard on healthcare, to walk away, to abandon that which we collectively and the generations that came before us fought so hard to defend and to carry into the future. So let me ask you a simple question. Are you ready to give up your health care? No! Are you ready to walk away from that which the generations before us fought so hard to preserve? No! Are you ready to give up for the future generations? No! Look, folks, this industry has made a major miscalculation here. They've done what the bosses so often do. They have underestimated the members of Local 2. They underestimate the heart and the tenacity and the fight that Local 2 members have in them, just as they've always done. Local 2 members are made of something a lot tougher than these guys can ever comprehend. And every day of this strike, we get closer to victory. Every day of this fight, we move closer to getting that contract, and it's going to be a great contract. The bosses have only one chance. They've got one chance. And that chance is they think maybe 81 days in, maybe you're ready to give up. Are you ready to give up? No! So our message to the hotel bosses on day 81 of this strike is the same as our message to the bosses on day 1 of this strike. Step up. Step up. Wake up. Abandon your dream that you're going to break us. It ain't going to happen 81 days in. We are going to go one day longer, and we will win a great contract. Am I right? Yeah! When they do that, when they pull their garbage off the table, we will negotiate, and we're going to get this done. But until that day, we are going to be out here. We are going to be striking. We are going to be fighting. We are going to be marching, because we know when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Are you ready to march? Yeah. Are you going to squash them?